Number 5. Ooh, this is tough. Now we're getting to the point where I feel like I've got to have some more strategic picks. So, I'm going Lucario here. It's just super popular Pokemon. Super good. You can't go wrong with it, man.
It is
one of my favorites. I remember the movie, the Lucario movie.
Best Pokemon movie. Hands down.
To be honest, I thought he was a legendary for a long period of time.
Oh, yeah. Whenever they give a Pokemon like that a spotlight in a movie, you're like, oh, this guy's got to be broken.
Like, this guy can talk to people?
He was in the Super Smash Brothers game.
Smash Bros. Too, man.
Is Lucario considered a pseudo-legendary?
No.
He's not?
It doesn't have the stats.
Oh. Which is weird to think about, especially since, I mean, as soon as they came out with that Pokemon, he became an immediate hit. Immediate hit.
In Japan, they were like, they drew him up and they're like, oh yeah, this one's gonna be a fan favorite forever.
And he's fighting Steel.
Wrong. Yeah, he's got cool typing too.
His Mega Evolution, I'm not the biggest fan of his Mega Evolution.
Right,
it just looks like he's got more dreadlocks.
Yeah, it's fine, but like its ability, his adaptability, which gives its stab 1.5 times more. So your stab attacks, your fighting and steel moves are doing double damage. Which
is nuts.
It's pretty good.
And it is really
How is every Pokemon on Jeff's list a steel type?
I don't know, man.
Is it seriously a steel?
I didn't realize I was a steel trainer until I looked at that.
Dude,
dude, I can't help it.
3 out of your 5, bro. It's a good thing Gengar and Swampert aren't steel type.
Give me a fire count.
Just use fire types, guys, against this team. You'll be all right, I promise.
We rocked out with coverage. Don't you worry.
Speaking of coverage, I'm going to cover my 5th pick. For those of you who know me personally, if I were to be a gym leader or an Elite Four trainer, member, whoever they are, it's always been a tough choice for me from either Steel type, I love Steel type, or Ice type. Ice type is probably my favorite type in the entire game. Super cool, no pun intended. And for this, I'm going to go Mamoswine. Mamoswine is super cool. I almost chose Walrein, or as he likes to say, Walgreens.
It's on my list. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it there, but
we used to play the Pokemon cards, and we got some packs from Casey's.
Yeah, Casey's General Store.
Oh my gosh! And he had a deck that had Walrein. And so every time he played, he'd go Walgreens, and it just became an inside joke for us. But I almost went with that, but I went with Mamoswine because it also has that ground type, and I also love ground type. It's a really cool Pokemon. It's a mammoth, so pull it up. It's a super cool looking Pokemon.
Super cool.
And it's featured in the anime a couple times. It really isn't as much as it should be. And I think people really sleep on how good this Pokemon actually is. Sure, is it the most optimal Pokemon? Probably not. But ground ice, it's got good coverage, good typing. It can take care of multiple different kinds of enemies, and it hits really hard. Yeah. So it's not very fast, I don't think.
It's fast enough to where it's not a low speed.
Yeah, it's not
but you're
dead
not
slow.
Speeding a lot.
Right. But it also it can take a hit.
Yeah.
It can take, it's not got the greatest defense, but it's got some. And so it can take a hit before it's able to dish out, you can dish out an avalanche or something like that.
Right, yeah.
Use some major, or a blizzard.
Earthquake. Icicle crash. And then, you don't finish them. You just use Ice Shard, and you don't have that priority. Doesn't matter your speed then.
Exactly.
It's a good Pokemon.
So anyways, that's my 5th pick. Love ice types.
Awesome. I think I want to go for Jefferson Steel types here, going on the offensive. And also something I thought that did Lucario even better, same exact thing. I'm going Blaziken.
Blaziken's a good choice.
He's a giant fighting chicken. Who could not love Blaziken?
Yeah, Blaziken's pretty good. You can't argue there.
He's one of the starters for the Hoenn region, or he's not a starter. Torchic's a starter. But eventually gets to Blaziken. Also has a pretty cool Mega Evolution.
Yeah, kind of.
All three of them do.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they all. Yeah, all Gen 3 do, and they're all pretty
Gen
cool.
3. Swampert is like water fighting.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
water ground. It's still water ground.
It's still water ground.
It looks like it should be.
Oh yeah, because it looks like it's one of those guys.
Buffed up.
It looks like a bulldog.
Make sure Blaziken is he's fighting fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. I thought so,
Which
but
is such cool typing.
yeah, I did need fighting introduced to my team as well too through all this. So.
That is true. It is, but it is
He's Big Bird's cool MMA fighting cousin
with fire.
with fire.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
he
His
does like
Mega
fire.
at one point in the Gen 6 meta was stuck up in a tier above Ubers with Xerneas and Mega Rayquaza. If that lets you know how good that Pokemon is. It was so good. They're like, yeah, you're getting banned,
It's like
bro.
this guy is he's out there.
He's like Shuckle.
Yeah, dude.
Shuckle the goat. And I'm gonna go with Noivern, which is also from Gen 6.
Yeah.
Correct. It is dragon flying.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon flying type, which I didn't really imagine I would have a flying type on my team, but this is also in my top 10 like best Pokemon designs.
Yeah.
It's a bat dragon, which is awesome. It's really fast. It's pretty fast. It's got a really cool moveset. It's very unique, and I mean, all of them are unique in their own ways, but this one I feel like is he's almost like a not dragon. He's when I think of dragon types, I don't necessarily think of Noivern, but I don't also think of him with flying types either. He's kind of in his own little category. But I like the speed. I like the typing. Flying type can be really useful, especially against some of my colleagues here. So I'll take the coverage for that one. I was trying to choose between that and Greninja because Greninja's really good.
Yeah. Too good.
And I don't have a water type on my team, but for this guy who's got 3 steel types on his team, and actually you have pretty good coverage overall on your team. But I decided to go with Noivern. Pull it up. It's a super cool Pokemon. It's a bat dragon.
Well, I remember that was when I saw that one in like the pre-release screenshots for X and Y. I'm like, oh, I gotta have that on my team. I don't care if I also have Goodra and Tyrantrum on my team.
Yeah,
I got
super cool. Too. It doesn't have a great defense.
No.
But it hits hard and it hits fast. But it's good for like if you need to really like quick and either get something set up or get one good smack in.
Yeah, it's a good revenge killer.
Sure. So that's pretty much what it's there for. So there you go. You have my full team: Arcanine, Torterra, Tyrantrum, Snorlax, Mamoswine, and Noivern. My team is complete. And with that, I'll pass it on.
Jefferson, you get your last pick here.
Pick. I figured
it's a steel type.
At this point, I may as well. I've got enough steel types. So I'm picking Reuniclus. Got that magic coat there where somebody's throwing up Sandstorm and we're just gonna run it. Psychic type, it's super slow, don't care, massive HP stat, and it hits hard.
I didn't expect that at all from you.
Oh, I have a lot of memories playing that one in Gem 5 competitive.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite Pokemon to use.
It's also a pretty cool.
It's super
cells.
weird looking. Yeah, it's like almost like an embryo or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. It looks
Pull up
super
the picture.
cool.
Just every Pokemon. Pull it up. And it's straight psychic type, isn't it?
Yeah.
Straight psychic.
Yeah.
But it does have a massive HP stat.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Magic Guard, so it only takes direct damage. It doesn't take poison damage or weather damage.
That's so cool.
It's like the green looking. Because I'm trying. I don't even think I know
green.
it. Oh, gotcha. I know it.
Yes.
I know what it is
So
now.
you're like setting up that Sandstorm, and then 3 of your 6 are immune to it. 4 of your 6. 4 of your 6.
Yes,
are-
4.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah,
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5.
Yeah,
are immune to it.
I already saw 4, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just come up with a sand setter.
That's pretty
and,
good. Not gonna lie, that is pretty good.
That is good.
All right, so that's where you're closing your book at.
I guess so.
All right, his team is Scizor, Swampert, Metagross, Gengar, Lucario, and will you pronounce that again for me? Reuniclus.
So I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I need some more ice. I need some more water. The reality of it is, I'm going to bool out. I don't need that stuff, especially when you got another pseudo-legendary on the board. Let's go Salamence.
Salamence, all right. Another pseudo-legendary.
I was thinking about taking Salamence at some point, but God, that Pokemon's so good.
He's
Also
a big dragon. Like he's the actual official dragon.
Like he is
everything else. It's like
dragon,
that can be a dragon. Like you got Rayquaza. It's like that's like one of those cool twisty Chinese Japanese dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got like a real Americanized Western dragon.
Oh, yeah, he's a Western dragon.
Salamence.
Sure, man. He's a man's dragon.
He's a man's dragon.
He's a dragon that'll sneak into your fridge and pull a beer out and give it to you.
That's right.
It's a classic. That's a classic pick and super cool Mega Evolution.
Yeah,
he looks like a spaceship.
Cool.
He does look like a space. That's
he's
his
like
wings
that
are so weird looking.
Yeah,
curve.
that little curve U.
I honestly like it more than his Paradox form from Scarlet and Violet.
His Paradox form is a little underwhelming,
but it's like the Mega just looks better.
Yeah, that's right. When I think of dragon types, the two that always come to mind are Dragonite and Salamence.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think everyone else will always come after that, and not counting legendaries, of course, because most legendaries are dragon types.
Yeah,
at this point,
they went through a phase in Gen 3 through 5, and they're like, "You want dragon type legendaries? Here's 30."
Yeah, so let's have all the rest. Dude, they put all their chips in the center of the table. Because the first few is you have a water type or an ice type, an electric type, a fire type. How about another water type? And they're like, what about this one guy just dragons?
Here's a lot of dragons, bro. You got Rayquaza, the Lotties.
Yeah, it's like everyone
Gen 4 legendary.
Everyone loved Rayquaza, so why don't we just start doing that?
Going. Copy and paste.
Yes.
Chat GPT.
Dragon type.
What do people like? Dragons.
Right. So that's our team.
So my team is going to be in total, to announce it out, we got Tyranitar, Garchomp, Gardevoir, Ampharos, Blaziken, and Salamence.
All right. So now it is up to you to decide which one of us three has the best team, in your opinion.
Who is the Pokemon Master?
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Bow, bow, bow. Iconic.
One day we'll have that guy on our podcast. One guy, that day, or what is his name? Jeff, you know his name. What's his name?
The guy.
The singer guy.
I don't know the singer guy.
Oh,
get over here, singer guy.
I'm sorry, Japanese. So I thought he knew more.
That was just the localized version.
This, I think, should be one of many future Pokemon episodes to come, because Pokemon is such a large universe of gaming and television that there's so much to talk about. And I had fun with this one, and I'm sure Kindle had fun getting all those pseudo legendaries, and I'm sure Jefferson had fun getting half the steel types that exist, and I had fun with obviously the best team. So
he picked Arcanine at his first.
You know what? Arcanine is awesome. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody make your dreams come true. That's what
yours helps police officers out. Mine destroy worlds.
Whatever. All right.
I thought Salamence was a pretty good sleeper pick there at the end.
Yeah. It was a good especially since everyone else was done.
It's me grabbing Calvin Ridley in the 4th round like I did.
It's a deal.
Calvin Ridley.
Fantasy drafts for everybody.
There you go. Football. It was sports ball. Sports ball.
But thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, hopefully this is gonna be a pretty short one. I don't have a time on me right now for it, but thank you everybody jumping on. Jefferson, thank you for coming on for this one.
Thanks for coming back.
Thank you, fellas. It's always a pleasure meeting up with you guys.
You are the Pokemon man, so you are our go-to. That's for sure.
Good to hear.
The expert. If we had a pawn shop, we'd be calling in Jefferson for our Pokemon.
It's analyzed. It's Pokemon. I got you, bro.
So how much could I get this for? Anywhere from $1 million to $2 million. All right, I'll give you 10,000 for it.
And now, if you'll excuse us, Jefferson has to make an apology video to the person who sings the Pokemon song that he didn't know his name.
Man, I'm sorry, guy. Salute to you,
it has to be like those like crappily filmed like you just got out of bed, you went on your porch and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to apologize. I'm so sorry for the things that I really had some time to reflect on what I said. Please don't cancel this, man.
Please.
Let's go to Twitter. Let's apologize.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
Sweet.
It was a lot of fun.
Make sure to like, subscribe, share. And if you guys want to see more of this stuff, of course, when we get the insults, I also say you want to keep seeing these. So
that's right.
Peace.